Here's a little intro until I get one professionally done. Like, comment, and subscribe to join in on the fun. It's been a bit. For me, it feels like it's been an eternity. I am currently on my first trip in a while. I haven't been uploading videos in a bit. I've been sick for over a month. It's been a lot. It's been grueling. But yeah, I'm back, kind of. I at least wanted to give an update, and I'm currently en route to Valparaiso to visit Jacob's family, which I'm super excited about. Before this, I actually missed 3 trips. I was supposed to go to Myrtle Beach with Jacob, which is, I'm really sad I wasn't able to go. 1, because I've never been there, and 2, because Ripley's had Han Solo's blaster, and I'm going to have to get back there because that is like my holy grail. I've actually seen the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones, so this is like the Holy Grail, and I must go there. I'm actually going to email Ripley's to see if I can have some like backstage action or something, because Jacob was able to hold Han Solo's blaster at the Gatlinburg Chili Cook-Off when Ripley's was there set up, and he went bang 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 with the blaster, and it's supposed to be pew pew pew, and it's one of the things that Jacob first showed me when we started talking, and I was very sad and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to think. What other trips did I miss? There was that. Next was Jacob's dad's. I missed that trip. There was another trip. There's so many trips that I don't even know. Oh, California. The entire trip to California I missed. I was supposed to fly out there and meet Jacob, but alas, I was sick. So maybe I should go over the details of that. Yeah, where does it even start? So the last time you've seen me, and the last time around I've seen Jacob too, actually, is when I was in Florida for Universal Studios and Disney and all that fun stuff, which was phenomenal. I haven't even like talked to you guys about that. I saw the Beast Castle and had dinner there and ate the gray stuff. It was delicious. That was amazing. That was like my favorite part, walking in and seeing the ballroom. I didn't even know it existed. I knew we were going to Beast Castle, but I didn't realize how elaborate and amazing it was. So now I have a new place set that I want to get married one day. But yeah, it was amazing. And then we went to Crystal Palace, and I got to meet Winnie the Pooh and friends, and Eeyore. I told Eeyore that he was my favorite and told him not to tell Pooh because I didn't want Pooh to feel bad. So yeah, on the way to Florida for that trip, I broke my tooth, and it was painful for the first couple days, and I was feverish. So at Universal, I was sweating like nonstop. I looked so gross because I had a fever, and it was like 100 there. So it was not the greatest of times. I mean, it was really, really fun, don't get me wrong. We got to see like Shrek and Kung Fu Panda, their whole new area, which was super fun. Oh no, now you're just seeing like my body instead of my head. There we go. Yeah, but I didn't feel good for that adventure, and I took the next day off, and I started feeling better, and then we did a bunch of stuff. We went to Disney, like I talked to you about. There was other stuff, but then I got home, and I was supposed to go to Myrtle Beach like days later, and I just was not feeling well. I decided to stay home and rest up for Jacob's dad's. And then the night before Jacob's dad's, I was packed. I was ready, and the next morning I woke up and felt absolutely terrible. My tooth pain was back, and I was trying to push off the dentist until after these trips, but that didn't happen. I went to the dentist while Jacob and Anna were at Jacob's dad's, and they ended up pulling my tooth, which was a grand old time. So I was dealing with that, and I had an infection and all this stuff, so I was back on even more antibiotics. Without exaggeration, I've been on at least 10, maybe more different antibiotics in the last 6 months, but I'm excited to say I'm finally off of them. I've been going to the dermatologist for my nose. Oh, it looks like I just flipped you off. For my nose and my back, and my arm has a thing too. But I found out from my rheumatologist that this is all lupus related. They're not infections, it's just something that happens with lupus. There's a type of lupus that affects your skin, and lucky me, I have that one. So I'm slowly waiting for my nose to heal. It did heal, and then it came back, so I'm in talks with the dermatologist. They gave me like a new cream, so I'm trying to do that. So at least I know like the cause, so I'm not like terrified of what's going on with it as I drink my Starbucks. Like, I'm super self-conscious about it. I hate it. Like, I haven't wanted to leave the house in part because of my nose, but I'm trying to get over it. I'm filming. Hopefully it's gone soon. I don't know. We'll see. It may just be a spot on my nose I have forever. I don't know. Like, this whole lupus thing is frustrating and maddening and makes me sad inside because of stuff like this. And then yesterday the storms were really bad in North Carolina, and I was down for the count. Whenever it rains really bad and it's really humid, I'm not feeling well. Luckily in North Carolina there's not that many days like that. There were tons in New York with the snow and the humidity from summers, but in North Carolina I've been feeling better overall with like the pain, but the like infections and all that stuff, they just keep a coming. But I'm hoping that they are gone now. I am off the antibiotics, which this is literally the first time I've been off of. I said like the last 6 months they gave me like 10 different ones, but before that I think there may have been like a month or two I wasn't on them, and before that like it was a good like year dealing with the one on my chin, the cyst on my chin, and that was, no, it was even longer than that. I've been on and off antibiotics for the past like 2 or 3 years, it feels like. And my lupus medication basically suppresses your immune system. So now, not only, because like with lupus, it's an overactive immune system, so it attacks everything, and that's why I have like the skin stuff going on. I've had problems with my teeth because of it, and I guess all my, like with lupus, it can affect your organs, it can affect really anything, it seems like. It just doesn't matter, but mine is specifically my skin, so that's why I've had issues with all this stuff, and then my teeth as well, and having sepsis, the doctor said that that affected them. So I'm looking into getting my teeth fixed / replaced. I've been talking to dentists, and that's another thing I'm not very happy about and self-conscious about, but so be it. I mean, I've just kind of had to like throw my hands up and be like, okay, this is how it is. Like, it's not going away, apparently. This is just what I have to deal with, and it's hard, and it can be lonely sometimes, especially with Jacob being on the road, but he's been pretty persistent about calling and all that stuff, so there's at least that. And I'm excited I'm going to see him now. Like, it's been over a month that I haven't seen him, and I had my tooth pulled meanwhile, and I've just felt overall lousy. So I'm excited to be seeing him. We're going to be meeting. He's heading east and I'm heading north, and we're going to be meeting at his mom's, and then hopefully, as long as I'm feeling okay, I'm going to be going on a side quest, a side trip with Jacob after his mom. So hopefully, there's no promises with me. Like, that's another thing I've had to come to. Like, I can't tell you if I'm going to be there the day of or not. Like, it's all dependent on how I'm feeling. So I am feeling better now. I'll say I'm at like 80%, maybe even higher. We'll go 85. So I just want this thing on my nose to go away. That's my number one thing right now. It's not even like painful right now. I just hate it. I think it looks awful. So I don't know. I went to the dermatologist yesterday and they gave me a new cream, or the day before yesterday, something like that. But I'm excited to be leaving the house. I hadn't really done anything in over a month. I did go see the Carolina Panthers last weekend because I wanted to meet Sir Purr, but he wasn't there. My favorite mascot cat was not there, and I was so sad. And then as I was leaving, there was a little kid crying, being like, "Where's Sir Purr?" And I was like, I feel you, child. Like, I would be crying right now too, visually, if I was not an adult. Like, inside, I was definitely crying. But the Carolina Panthers had Back Together Saturday, it was called, and it was open practice, and you could see the arena, which was really cool to see. And my friend Kurt got me into the Carolina Panthers years ago. That's his favorite team. He became a big fan when Frank Reich from the Buffalo Bills started with their expansion team, the Carolina Panthers. And so he showed me the way of the Carolina Panthers. Cammy is actually named after Cam Newton, and then there's another cat named Olsen. So it was Greg Olsen and Cam Newton, so Cammy and Olsen. So yeah, it was a whole theme. But this weekend, coming up sometime next weekend, at some point, the Carolina Panthers are having a fan fest where Sir Purr is going to be, and it seems this is my like consensus of what happened. There was a schedule for open practice and preseason, and all these events were listed for Back Together Saturday, and they were the same events that were listed for Fan Fest. And Back Together Saturday was basically just open practice, which was cool to see, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to meet Sir Purr, my hero. Actually, I shouldn't be doing this while driving, but it's right behind the seat. I brought this with to have Sir Purr sign. And one, I don't know if he can sign because he has paws. So maybe he could have just, like, Kurt was telling me, maybe he could just do a little paw print. But I did not meet him. And I would go to Fan Fest, but it's at the same time that I'm going to be out of town. So I guess I won't be going to Fan Fest. So I will meet Sir Purr one day. One day we will be friends and we will hug and it'll be a good day. I was actually thinking, since I love mascots so much, I don't even know why. I think I just like the creativity behind it and trying to find a like leader type image for all these sports teams, like, and what they come up with. Like, there's Captain Fear that is the mascot for the Buccaneers, and he, like, that's a scary name in itself. And there's T-Rack, a Tennessee raccoon for the Tennessee Titans, and he's adorable. So the way that Adam the Woo is doing all his baseball games, I was like, I wonder if I could go to like every NFL game, not every NFL game, but to each stadium and meet the mascot. But I already failed with Sir Purr. Like, if I show up at like an Arizona Cardinals game to meet Cardi the Cardinal or whatever his name is, and he wasn't there, I'd be very sad. Or maybe he'd just be like on the sidelines cheering, because, you know, that's his job and all. So I don't know if that's a realistic dream to meet them all. Maybe if I went to like the Pro Bowl where they have the mascot game, I could meet them all. That would be super exciting. That was in Hawaii one year. I don't know if it's always in Hawaii. This is a very big tangent. So let's try to reel this in. But what else have I been up to? Sick, sleeping. Since I couldn't really do much, I finally started framing around the house. I'm gonna have to show you guys a house update. It looks really good. There's frames everywhere though. I think I turned the house into like an art gallery. Jacob left me all these posters and artwork to frame. So I got all of that done, some of my own. I ordered all these frames on Prime Day. So the house is now decorated. My next mission is finally completing the Funko Bunko and finally completing the lawn furniture, because I still haven't done that either, which is ridiculous. There may not be lawn furniture this summer, and I just have to deal with that. But at least everyone has been patient with me while sick. Like, yeah, just rest, don't worry about the lawn furniture, like, we'll sit on the ground. Like, okay, that sounds good. But yeah, I've been framing everything. I posted some pictures on Facebook and Instagram, but this is the most ridiculous part of my story. Like, the other stuff, the lupus stuff, I'm used to, but I was framing at like 1 in the morning, and I had I had the hammer sitting on like the edge of the table as I'm like trying to hang something up in the wall, and as I moved, I knocked the hammer, so the hammer's like this, and it was sticking off, and I like walked past it, and so it fell on my toe. And I'm not sure how much detail I should give, because I told Jacob about it and he freaked out as my camera's falling. So let's rewind. Jacob has some sensory issues. When I first started talking to him, like within the first like couple weeks, we had like a running list of things that he is like afraid of or can't handle. He doesn't like sunscreen, he doesn't like eyeballs, he doesn't like scented stuff like candles, he doesn't like anything that smells sweet, he doesn't like clothes that have like an overall food pattern because they make him feel greasy. But I don't remember him ever mentioning toenails. And I know when I do my nails, like with the wraps, he doesn't like the sound of filing, but I didn't realize he had a problem with nails themselves until I called him in pain as I had this accident. The hammer fell onto my toe, toenail lifted, there was a lot of blood. I had to grab it and wrap it and like hold it, and meanwhile I'm trying to call Jacob, and he's freaking out on the phone more than I was, as I am the one in pain. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, you are not helping at all, like not even a little bit. Like, he was having a panic attack when I started telling him this. I'm like, okay, guess, ooh, Cumberland Gap. It's a devil of a gap. I'm driving through the Cumberland Gap National Park. And then I passed Rocky Top too, and I was listening to Rocky Top, so I'm gonna have to listen to Cumberland Gap after I finish filming, because that's my thing. Like, when I'm in different places, I need to listen to the song. Like, there's songs for everything. In California, I was breaking out like LA Woman and all that stuff. So, oh, and Rocky Mountain Way from when I go to Colorado. I feel like every trip has its own Jen song that and on the plane, I end up listening to like the destination music, like on the way. I was listening to Viva Las Vegas like a trillion times on the way to Vegas. But where was I going with this? My toe, is that where I left off? So, yeah, Jacob was freaking out. Panic attack. I virtually hung up on him. It wasn't hanging up, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, you're not helping. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. And I'm just holding my toe. The bleeding stopped. And keep in mind, this is at like 1 in the morning, so it's either the emergency room or nothing. The bleeding stopped, so I just kind of let it go and tried to go to sleep, but as I was sleeping, the blanket hurt, so I went to urgent care. They fixed it, we'll say, and so now it's healing, and I'm wearing open-toe shoes because any pressure on top. Ooh, there's a Buc-ee's in 54 miles. I actually already stopped at the Buc-ee's in Sevierville. When I was driving through, I got a new Buc-ee. He's a warmy buddy. So, and he's weighted. So, like, if you're in pain or something, you warm him up in the microwave and cuddle with him. So, he's perfect for me. And yeah, he's fuzzy. The other Buckies aren't fuzzy, which made me happy. So, yeah, he's a cute little guy. I'm excited. I was wondering if they had a new seasonal one, and I didn't see one. So I got this one. He's very cute. So you go over there, Bucky. I have to watch the road and not look where I'm putting you. So yeah, my toe is healing. I texted my sister too when the morning. No, I texted her while I was in urgent care, while I had my foot in the tub that they were having me soak it in. And I'm like, so this is what's happening now? And she was like, girl, what is the matter with you? Why do you keep injuring yourself, or hurt or sick or whatever? So the toe thing is past us. It is healing. Hopefully nothing happens with that. That's my luck. I'm like every day waking up and being like, are you okay? Are you infected? Please be okay, toe. I don't need another thing to happen. But yeah, so this is my first real trip. I did the Carolina Panthers, but this is the first one. There's some other trips planned. I'm debating on stopping on somewhere on the way to Jacob's mom's. So if I do, you will see that video, but I'm already gonna be in kind of late, like later than I intended. I had to mail Jacob's pins this morning and do some like cleaning and stuff, and then both cats were on me cuddling, and I felt bad leaving them since I'm not gonna see them in a little over a week. So I had to say goodbye to the kitties. And what else? There's really, like, nothing is new. I've just been sick. It feels like it's been months that this has been going on. I missed the 4th of July at Jacob's dad's. That's what they were all gathering for. And so normally we go to Jacob's mom's, but they did it this week instead. And so I feel like I am en route to go to Jacob's mom's for the 4th, because I lost an entire month of my life being sick. So I don't feel like the beginning of August is coming up. I feel like it's the beginning of July, and that's, yeah. I've just lost complete, like, I don't know time anymore. It's just vanished, because I'm like, okay, sick today. Guess I'm not doing it. I go, oh, still sick, okay. And then I'll have like a window where I feel better and I'll do too much, and then I'll be like, oh look, I'm sick again. So it's definitely been a balance. I'm glad I took this month off. I was considering still going with Jacob to California after I had my tooth pulled and things were going better with that. But I'm glad I didn't, because I had more time to rest, and if I went, then I may have just been in a flare-up. So I do think I did the right thing, even though it's been hopelessly boring and just sleeping, and I was depressed for a little while, like, why won't this just end? So it seems like it's ended now, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be leaving the area and going on a trip. There are fun things to be had. I always love seeing Jacob's family, so I'm very excited for that. And yeah, there's a couple trips planned within the next few months. My birthday is coming up, so I'll have a birthday trip, which is super exciting. Yeah, and it's a birthday trip because Jacob won't be home, so he asked me at the end of last year, like, he already had like plans, like what he wanted to do, because my birthday is Labor Day weekend and a lot of events take place Labor Day weekend. So he was like, do you want to do this next year for your birthday? I'm like, yes, absolutely I do. So that's what we're doing. I'm very excited. And I'm hoping I'm not sick. Like, I've already missed 3 trips. It's just gets really sad. Like, I've missed Jacob and I've wanted to see him, but I understand he obviously works on the road, and it's not like he could really do a lot for me at home anyways while I'm sick, because the majority of the time I'm either just sleeping or don't really feel like doing much. So he's been calling at least every night, and yeah, it's been an adventure. He actually sent me and had FaceTimed me when he saw a moose in Montana, maybe, and like this whole pack of Buffalo in South Dakota, and those were really super cool. So I've been living vicariously through my phone and FaceTime and like seeing the real world instead of just like my bed, like, ooh, look at the buffalo, look at the moosey. And he saw a male moose. I still haven't seen a male moose with the antlers. I only saw a female moose, which was good, but I really want to see a male moose. And while we were in, while I was going to be at Jacob's dad's, we were going to go to the zoo there, and I believe they have moose there, but whenever we go back to his dad's, I'm gonna go instead. But he also went to Mall of America, and that's been on my bucket list for like years, so I need to go there eventually. It looked super fun. Anna came home and told me about the girl that is on TikTok that was spinning around in the Ninja Turtle ride, and I'm sad that I missed that, but it looks like they had a really good time, and I'm happy for that. I just got a text message. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, how are you guys? Some of you guys messaged me while I've been MIA, and I appreciate that. Just checking in to make sure I'm still alive, doing okay, and I mean, I've also missed like a ton of text messages while I've been sick. I need to get back to people. I feel like I just go into these bouts where I'm just sick and like have no energy to like even, like with lupus there's brain fog, so sometimes like I'm just like not even like functional, like I just stare at a text and like it takes me a minute to even like comprehend it, let alone reply, and it sucks. But I don't know, I think that's why on my good days I'm so peppy and over the top, because on my bad days it's like the exact opposite. I'm just like dead and sleeping. So it's either wee or bleh. So yeah, that's where I've been. Hopefully things are good going forward. I have some follow-up appointments. I really want this thing on my nose to heal. I keep looking at it. It's actually a lot better than it was with the new lotion. So I'm hoping that is healing as well. My tooth is healed. My toe is healing. This is ridiculous. And when I called Jacob about my toe, I thought that that was the first thing he was going to tell me. Like, what is the matter with you? How did you even do this? Like, you're just a ball of injury and disease. But instead, I traumatized him, and he went to a panic attack because I just told him what was going on unfiltered, because I didn't realize I had to like bring it down a notch and not tell him like, oh, I hurt my toe in details. I actually FaceTimed him and had it facing me instead of my toe. It would have been really traumatic if I would have just started the FaceTime pointing at my toe that was just wrapped and I'm holding it. It's like, hey, look at this guy. And yeah, he wouldn't have been thrilled about that. The doctor at urgent care was super nice, and she actually called other people in to see my toe, because they were like, she's like, look at this. This is, what are we gonna do with this? So, props to the people at urgent care. They did a really good job. The numbing was excruciating, but the process was not so bad. So I guess I'll leave it at that for now. I think that covers all the injury and sickness that I have faced. Yeah, I don't know what else. I'm hoping to make a pit stop on the way. If I do, I will film it if you don't see it. Apparently I didn't stop, or they were closed, so we'll see. I'm excited. Maybe I'll stop on the way back down if I don't stop this time, or I'll just sidetrack and do it another time. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna be gone like the next week or so, and then hopefully I'll have some more videos filmed. If not, oh, there goes my camera again, and now I'm at an angle. This is going very well. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I'll get back, and then there's another trip, so it may not be until like mid-August that I'm filming again. I'm gonna try to do it sooner than that though, because I miss you guys and you guys have worried about me, and I am appreciative of that. But at least you know now that I am on the mend, hopefully. Like, right now I'm feeling good. I'm hoping it doesn't, like, anytime soon. So, thank you for watching. I still have a Patreon and Cameo, and I have channel memberships where you can have little Ewok emojis and lightsabers and all that jazz. I also just made an order for my first product, and I'm super excited about that. So, once it's in the mail, I will make a video announcing that. Yeah, I guess that's it. Can you think of anything else, Bucky? Bucky, I can't really look at you because I'm driving. Bucky, do you have anything to say? No? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it.